Okay. Oh, hang on a second. Let's have a little bit of light in here, eh? All right, we got sound. Just want to double check everything before I get started. Okay, so we should be all good. Looks like we've got some interference or something. How we going? Can someone let me know if the audio is okay? I just want to double check and make sure everything's all good. Sound and video is good. All right, excellent. That's what I like to hear. So let me get back to normal. Alrighty. So look, hello everyone. I'm Tim from Tim's PC, and I build custom PCs to suit anyone's needs or budget. Also live stream my builds and repairs for transparency and educational purposes. So if you'd like to get an awesome new PC and you'd like to see it put together live, send me a message today. Alrighty, so tonight we got a build here where the customer's bought all his own parts. I didn't have to do anything. I am just putting it together. So how good's that? It's a really, really easy one for me. I don't make as much money, but that doesn't matter. It's nice and easy. So we're gonna jump right into it tonight. So starting with our motherboard here. So we've got a MSI Mag B650 Mortar Wi-Fi. It's a pretty good board. It's got everything you want. It's got dual M2 slots, 4 DIMM slots. It's got a PCIe X16, a PCIe X4 and an X1 there as well. 2 8-pin CPUs, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 fan headers, USB-C, USB 3, 6 SATA ports, 2 USB 2s. Pretty decent little board, I gotta tell you. So we've got a Ryzen 7800X3D. I'm using a fake box here because the customer actually got just a CPU only part. It didn't actually come in an official retail pack. It was just a CPU there in a clamshell, like the nice void there. The sticker when I took the sticker off. Alrighty. So 7800X3D. 7800X3D is a pretty decent CPU. Even though there's the 9800X3D, the 9800 is really not that much better than the 7800. So if you're on a budget and you want good performance, I would be hitting up that 7800X3D over the 9800X3D. It's not like you're not missing out on much basically, and you're going to save a heap of money. So that's always good. Alrighty, so we've got our RAM here. We've got some T-Create, Porous, 6000 megahertz. I can't see the latency on this bad boy. Let me have a quick look on the back here. I cannot see the latency. It's 6000 megahertz. I'm going to assume it's CL30, which is, you know, what you really want for DDR5. But like I said, I didn't buy these parts. This is the customer's parts. I'm just assembling it. So T-Create has some pretty nice kits of RAM, so I'm not too concerned. Oh. I hate DDR5. It's always so hit and miss when you put it in. The divide in the middle is very close to center, so it's a real pain in the ass putting it in. DDR3 was great. It was so lopsided that you couldn't fuck up putting the RAM in the slots. Whereas DDR4 was okay, but DDR5, it's so close to the center. It's really hard to screw it up, even if you do it all the time. Alrighty, so we got some aftermarket thermal compounds. So what have we got here? Some Arctic MX6 thermal compound, new formula. So I won't put any on just yet in case I make a mess. I'll just put that stick down there. Alrighty, so M2 drives. We've got a Lexar NM790 4TB NVMe SSD. Oh, 4 terabytes. Damn, right? Oh no! Oh no! My screwdriver fell down. Just make sure when you put these heat sinks on, they've usually got a bit of thermal padding there, and you do need to remove the sticky. Let me go retrieve the screwdriver. Seriously? I had two identical screwdrivers, and one had a different thread pitch to the other. Bloody hell. So the second one here, which is our boot drive, is a Samsung 990 Evo Plus. That's a 2 terabyte drive there. Okay. That's the SSDs all sorted. Alrighty, so our cooler here, we've got an Air Tower cooler here. It's a Phantom Spirit 120 SE in black. Alrighty. So what do we got here? So I've never used this cooler before. This is the first time I'm using one. So we got a kit here with all of our stuff for Intel and AMD, our backplates and whatnot. So twin tower cooler. It's always fun working out how to put these coolers together. It'll actually be orientated like that, just FYI. Got a couple of fans there as well. Alrighty, so what have we got? We got some wire clips in there for the fans. Yep, no worries. Oh wow, this has even got a LGA 1151/1200 socket backplate there as well. We've got AMD, so we're not using either of them, but it's kind of cool to have that, I guess. Here's our AM4 mounting brackets. Alrighty, so what have we got? Okay, so does that mount? Yeah, okay, that mounts on like that. Okay, so we will be removing the standard AMD mounting brackets there, this cooler. Okay. Alright, I think these pieces here are actually for Intel. So if I'm reading this right, okay. It's always fun installing new coolers where you've never installed this particular brand and model before. So I'm pretty sure this is how it will go together. I like to think that I'm beyond looking at the actual instructions for a cooler. The only thing I'm concerned about is which way I orientate these particular brackets. So they could be inverted from the way that I've got them because they're not symmetrical, but we'll see. Before I put any thermal paste down, no, it's inverted. Of course it is, right? Okay. So we'll invert these panels here, and this should be all we need to do. Okay, so we'll use the Arctic thermal paste here, not the included thermal paste. So you'll have multiple reapplications there, so if you want to change things up a bit, that's completely fine. Okay, so there's the tower installed. Now we've got our fans. So alrighty. Okay, there's the first fan mounted, and number 2. Okay. Alrighty, there we go. All mounted, new thermal compound. That is ready to go. How good's that? Got some fans here for the case. Okay. So this is a 5-pack of fans. That's very interesting. Okay, so these fans have optional daisy chaining. Interesting. Let's get all these fans lined up the right way. These fans are obviously directional. The shape of the blades determines the airflow direction. So we'll get them all together there. We've got a Power Color 9070 XT graphics card. A pretty decent freaking card, if I'm gonna tell you the truth. Alrighty, so this is the, oh shit, I don't even know which exact model this is, but this is one of the Lian Li sort of small form factor cases here. So probably have a little bit of stuff to go through. So this bracket here on the front there, this is a bracket for a all-in-one liquid cooler radiator. So we'll pull that out. We don't actually need this for this build because we've got an air tower cooler. So that can go to the side there. What have we got down here? Oh, look at this. We've got freaking okay, power supply bracket. Interesting. This might be a bit of fun, this one. Oh, another power supply bracket. This one looks like a small form factor. Okay. Oh, okay, interesting. So, in this case here, the power supply is actually mounted in the front of the case, and there's an actual extension cable from this port at the back there down here to our power supply. So, interesting. So how the where do I mount the power supply? Okay. Alright. Well, let's start with... Let's get our motherboard in there so we can see where that goes. It's always fun working with parts you've never used before. Okay, we're using a different thread pitch bolt for this case. So we're using the thick thread pitch. And if you don't know what I'm talking about when I say thread pitch, what I'm talking about is the size of the actual thread on the screw. Really? Okay. So I think the power supply goes vertically that way. And it looks like this panel here comes off. Interesting. If you're new to building PCs, probably not the best case to start with. And if you do, I would recommend, if you're a novice builder, I would recommend you look up the instructions and stuff about how this particular case gets put together. Okay, so that goes in like that. Beauty. So take your bracket off, attach your bracket to your power supply. Use hex bolts for that. Hex bolts for the power supply. It's got ribs on it and it helps it stay nice and firm because the power supply vibrates a little bit. Okay, so we'll hook up our extension cable here. Okay. Oh, I should probably have done this before I put the fucking power supply in and screwed it in. Oh well. No, we don't have. We've got a Radeon card, so we're not using PCIe 5. Got SATA power here. Probably not going to be using any SATA power for this. So, because it's a smaller form factor, I'm not installing any of them. Our graphics card. So, our Power Color 9070X3D. What exact power connections does this have? I'm assuming it's a 2x6 plus 2 pin connection. Yes, 2 6 plus 2s for the Power Color. Okay, so we need 2 6 plus 2s, 1 2. What do we got here? CPU, okay, yep. Sweet as. Well, my wife is going to be home fairly soon. So because it's plugged in like this, I'm going to have to be very careful about which order I plug in these power supply cables. There's a zip tie. PCIe cables for our graphics card. Okay, and then finally have our CPU. Sorry, our motherboard, I should say. Already got our CPU. All I can say is this customer's done the right research because he's got everything right with these components. So yeah, we'll do a Windows 11 install on this bad boy. Ha! Might need to remove that pin protector. It's semi see-through, so I saw the freaking pins there, and I was like, oh yep, no worries. plastic. Alrighty, let's put in these auxiliary fans and we'll be pretty much done. So you got 5 fans here. I don't think you really need 5 fans. This case has really, really good airflow. I think you might have a couple of spare fans. Which is good, because if one of your fans dies, you'll have a spare to swap out. think we'll just install the 3 fans because it's such a small case and it's a mesh panel, so you really don't need 5 fans. I guess the thing that people don't always realize is that, you know, when it comes to building PCs, why won't that pop off? What am I missing? Oh, it slides off, not pops off. Okay. Now we're making more sense. So I'll show you what I'm talking about here with the fans, right? So if we wanted to have 3 at the top there, we don't really have room because of the power supply. The cables and stuff are in the way. I mean, we could put another one on the bottom there, but with all these fans in exhaust plus the 2 on the CPU cooler, it's going to be drawing in air from the front and the bottom and pushing it out of the top. So honestly, I think 3 fans is going to be all good, and you'll have a spare one here as well. So yeah, happy days, right? Alrighty, let's get these installed. Because the thing is, all your parts in your computer, right, everything's got, you know, usually 3. Only have 1 or 2 year warranties. So the manufacturers don't do warranties longer because it depends on, you know, if someone decides to get their PC and run all their fans on absolute maximum all the time, after 2 years those fans are pretty much fucked, right? But if you run them all on silence, you know, you'll probably get a lot more life out of them doing that. So oh, what am I doing? I got one of these fans upside down. What the fuck is going on here? Hey, my wife's home from work.
You are a very small dog.
Okay. Look at that. Look at that. Look at that. The place to be.
I had so many complaints tonight. Get over it. It's Saturday night. Why are you shopping?
It's Saturday night. Can't you do anything better than just like shop for groceries? Well, it's put together. He's got a spare fan because he just doesn't need it.
I think it's fucked. This is signal out of range.
What the fuck?
What kind of card? You're on card.
I don't have anything. Do you want to unplug it and plug it back in? My moderator's here. We can maybe fix this.
Which one is it? Is this? No, it's not that. It's my monitor. What do I pull out?
From the
camera?
capture card, yeah.
There you go.
All good?
I fixed it.
Just unplug the camera and plug it back in. It's all good. Alrighty, well, that is assembled. You've got one spare fan, as I said. So yeah, keep that just in case it
I like that
dies.
case. It's pretty cool.
Yeah. Yeah, it's all mesh, babe.
Yeah. I see
So
that.
he's got a dual slot card. And we've got 3 fans. We got one on the back, 2 on the top, an air tower cooler with 2 fans.
Oh, yeah.
So realistically 5 fans including the CPU cooler. That's plenty for this case. Because look, it's mesh all around.
Yeah, I see
There's
that.
no glass. So honestly, if he plugged this fan in, he would just be doing himself a disservice, because if one of those fans dies, which out of all the parts in your computer, you're most likely to have a fan that dies. Yeah, it's good to have a spare one there. Put it that way. Alrighty.
Alex wants to know, is this safe? Is it safe to do this on a wiggly table? Your table.
Oh, a wiggly table. Yeah. It's metal and glass, but it doesn't have a lot of support, so it does like to wiggle a little bit, but it's not like it's about to fall down or anything like that. It is a metal frame. So yeah, we got it for free. So, you know, you can't fucking
Now it's doing the signal out of range.
Oh. In back there. Let's make sure everything's right. Oh, sorry.
Really good idea. fucking tail lights. What? Fluffy Meow, I think you can wait a little bit. Yeah. Fluffy Meow. Small dog. I didn't say hello, did I, baby? Oh, I'm sorry. She's a good girl. Yeah. It's not working again. Maybe the computer's just not posting. There it goes. It's doing something.
Alrighty, we're posting. Look at that. How bloody good is that? We are posting. Alright. Just give me a second.
I could have given that to you. You didn't have to get off.
That's alright, I'm used to doing it all on my own.
I'm normally at work.
Mm-hmm. Alright, so we'll start with a BIOS update, then we'll do a Windows installation, and then it should be pretty much good to go. So, yeah, happy days. Alrighty, and 3, that's our BIOS. It's always a bit sketchy when you're doing a BIOS update, because if you lose power, you will turn your motherboard into a very expensive brick, okay? Unless you have a UPS, an uninterruptible power supply, which is what a lot of businesses and companies use for their computers, because if you've got a very complicated server and that thing fucking shuts off, that can completely fuck your whole business. So, you know, very, very good idea to make sure you have a UPS. So I have a UPS because I do what I do, but yeah, basically,
Is there anything showing on yours?
yeah.
This is, oh, there it goes. Now it's doing something.
Go to the thing, it'll show you what's actually on the screen. There's a delay on YouTube.
Sorry, I thought I was actually looking at the...
Nah. So we'll get this updated. We'll put in a Windows 11 installation. I'm not sure if the customer wants a Windows license, but I can give him a Windows 11 Pro license for extra $30. If not, I'll just leave it unactivated and you can source it yourself. Just send me a text message. It's probably the easiest way. Send me a text message, and if you want the Windows 11 license for $30, yeah, let me know and I'll get that sorted for you. So what it is what they call a bind key. Okay, so a bind key basically activates Windows on your device, and then as soon as you change some hardware components, say you change your motherboard and CPU, once you change your motherboard and CPU, you need a new bind key, because the bind key attaches to your motherboard. So as soon as you change that motherboard, you need to go and buy another bind key. If you buy a full price Windows retail license, you'll get a code, and you can use that code on different devices. So if you change your system, you can delete the code from the previous system, and then you can roll it over to the next one. So that's why you'd buy a full price retail Windows license. But if you don't want to do that, you want to save some money, and you just care about activating Windows on the single device, you can get a bind key. And bind key, that's what I supply to all my customers. I don't sell full Windows retail licenses unless the customer requests it. So it just makes sense, because most people aren't going to change their PC multiple times before they get a new PC, if you know what I mean. So for most people, it's completely fine. You just use bind keys. I mean, I use bind keys myself to give you an example. So if it's good enough for me, it's good enough for the customers.
Alex says overvolt the CPU to make 1000 FPS on Minecraft.
1000 FPS on Minecraft. Oh, I'm sure we could make that happen.
Tim?
Yeah.
The Space Uni wants to know, is the RX 9070 non-XT capable for entry level 4K gaming?
Yeah, absolutely. But the thing is about 4K gaming, normally it's better to have a slightly lower resolution and get a higher frame rate than the images and stuff is a little bit smoother. So don't get what you got to remember about when they talk about 1080p, 1440p, 4K, what you got to remember is that's the pixel dimensions. So when they say 1080p, what it's talking about is 1080 pixels high and 1920 pixels wide. That's what 1080p is. So if you're following and you're mathematically acute, you would realize straight away what I'm saying is when you have different size screens, the resolution needs to change. So for example, if you've got a say a 24-inch 1080p screen, the quality on that screen will look really good at 1080p. If you took that 27-inch 1080p screen and then you scaled it up to, let's say, roughly 50-inch screen, you would halve the quality of the 1080p in terms of what you see when you're looking at the screen, the clarity of the graphics and stuff. Because if you go from 1080p at 24-inch and then you go up to 50-inch, all of those pixels are now twice as big, so it makes it more blurry and stuff like that. So unless you've got a big monitor, like an ultra wide or a big massive like a TV that you're playing on or something like that, I wouldn't worry too much about quote unquote entry level 4K gaming. I would just get a 1440p screen and run at 1440p and get that extra performance and stuff, because you'd be better off with that. 4K gaming is It's for people with big monitors, or it's for people playing, you know, RPG games and stuff like that. It's great for Grand Theft Auto. It's great for Red Dead Redemption, Tomb Raider, and a million other games. So, you know, consider that before you waste all this money on this massive 4K monitor, and then you've got a PC that you're like, can this do entry level 4K? Don't worry about it. Forget that 4K thing, because it's about a ratio between the pixel size and the physical screen size. And as you go up, you need higher resolution to maintain that quality when you look at the image on the screen. Now, I hope that made sense to people, because it's one of these things that people really don't fully understand. But yeah.
Tim, Emily says hi.
Emily says hi. Hey Emily, how you going? Good to have you with us.
She wants to know what GPU is being used.
This is a 9700 XT. So what have we got here? Expo 1. Let's have a quick look at the fans. Yep. Alright, so just swap these fans around here. Just make sure that they're on the right mode there. So PWM instead of DC. So DC is your fans with a 3-pin connector. PWM is a fan with a 4-pin connector. So it's really important you change the modes here, because this dictates how much power the motherboard puts out to all those fans. And if it thinks it's putting out to DC, it'll send a different signal to PWM, and you won't get the right performance. Vice versa, if you've got it on DC and it's PWM, you won't get the right performance. So what we do is we go and change these all to PWM, because we've got all our fans at PWM. We can activate smart fan mode, which is enabling the curve. So what we can do here is this pump fan. This is actually it's actually a CPU fan, so we can go and quieten that one down, make it similar curve to the original CPU there. So these ones here, let's also calm these bad boys down. Calm the fuck down, bro. It's all good. You don't have to have these perfect, alright? You don't have to sit there and go, oh my god, oh shit, oh, is it exactly the same? No, as long as the pattern is more or less the same, it's fine. Don't waste your time getting it all freaking perfect. As long as the curves are right, those RPMs are down, and you're happy with the noise that the PC's making at idle. And once that's all good, we can go ahead. Well, look at all these changes we made. Yeah. We'll go ahead and reset. So I did turn on the Expo profile, so it will have to repost like it's the first time we turn this PC on.
Tim, Alex
Yeah.
wants to know, does Intel i5 work with 5090?
Yeah, absolutely.
Emily wants to know how's the cat. The cat's good.
The cat's good. Yeah, he's around somewhere.
He's at my feed, trying to get me to feed him. Alex says he hates the cat.
Huh?
Cat hates you too.
I hate cat. Okay, alright. But he's very fluffy. He's really hard to hate. Just saying.
He's a good boy. He catches mice, don't you, Fluffy?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Sometimes we put him up in the roof to catch mice.
Yeah. Emily wants to see. Sure. Come here, Fluffy. You have been requested. Ugh. Fluffy now. He's not liking that. Oh, how Emily's got 3. Oh, I want 3 cats. Don't look at me like that.
Alrighty, so Windows 11 is loading up now.
My cat would eat your rats. And so would you, Bailey. Yeah, you're a good girl. Small dog. Yeah, you're small. No, you're not really that small. I just call you small. Yeah. Baby. Oh, yeah.
Alrighty, so that's resetting now. So we'll
Emily's got 2 girl cats and a boy cat.
Oh yeah, cool.
Oh,
So what we'll do is we'll do an offline Windows 11 install. So if you want to install Windows 11 without using a Microsoft account, you might want to watch what I do here, because this shows you exactly how to bypass the online Microsoft account install. So I mean, I don't know why you as an end user would really bother with that. I have a Microsoft account. When I install Windows or reinstall Windows on my personal rig, I just enter my Microsoft account and continue. I have no problems with it. But when I make one for a customer, when I build a PC for a customer and I set a PC up for a customer, I don't want to muck around with their accounts. I don't want to muck around with their passwords. I just don't want to know about any of that stuff. So I do an offline installation, and that's the way to do it. All right. And so there was one way that people were using for ages, but then Windows made some freaking updates to make that way impossible. However, the hackers have, come through and they've worked out another way to bypass Windows.
We need to go to Lone Pine Sanctuary so I can hold an owl.
Well, you organise it. Don't look at me. I'm a man. You just organise stuff and you tell me where to be. All right. Okay. Alrighty, so now once you get to this screen, it's like, let me get you connected to a network. It's like, yeah, no, let's not do that. So let's hit the Shift key and then F10. It'll bring up this command prompt window. And then with your cursor, just click up the top there so it goes black instead of grey. And then it says C Windows/System32, and then you want to type start, then a space, then MS-C XH dot dot local only. When you do that, this screen comes up, and then you can just do an offline installation. So you enter user and you don't enter a password, then it's a blank password. So then it's, you know, there's nothing to be done. You know, the customer can enter their own password, they can sign into their own Microsoft account, they can set their own PIN, they can do all that, but it's nothing to do with me. Don't know what it is. Yeah, I don't accept any of this on behalf of customers. I turn it all off, so you can go in and adjust it if you want. Alrighty, and that is Windows. So what we'll do is, can I grab my SSD enclosure from...
Sure. I'll allow it.
You'll allow it? Okay, so now we've got that. Let's... B650 Mortar Wi-Fi, yep. Let's get some drivers going on.
Alex says, can we play Five Nights at Freddy from T-Room, please? This is day one of asking Tim to play Five Nights at Freddy. Don't even know what that is.
Oh man, I will most probably suck. If it's not retro gaming, I'm probably pretty shit. Oh, what do we got there?
Damon says, hey.
Hey Damon, how you going? Good to have you with us, man.
He's almost officially finished school.
Oh, that's good,
Year
mate.
12.
Oh, fuck yeah. Oh, I hated school.
School sucks.
Oh, I hated it so much, eh?
Same.
Oh.
Picked on all the time, every day.
Yep, I was bullied all through school.
Mm-hmm. From year 1 to year 12.
Yeah, yeah.
Why do kids have to be so shit? Hey Bailey. Yeah.
Alright, let's put down some custom
No,
desktop
NBN
items.
has not upgraded our internet.
Ha!
We're going to be waiting a while.
No. I don't even have NBN anymore. I run everything over fucking Telstra 5G now because that's fucking way better than NBN.
Mm-hmm. For where we
are anyway, yeah.
To Damn, you got fucking 3.25k subs in 3 weeks.
Fuck yeah! Man, that's fucking sweet.
He's like, yeah, I became famous after I finished school.
That's fucking really good, dude. Like, honestly.
Emily wants to know who picked the cat's name. Well, I did. Because he's a buddy. His name's Buddy, but we call him Fluffy now. Because he's fluffy.
You know, you name your pet, but then you give your pet a nickname, and then you always call them by the nickname, not their actual name. That's what we do anyway.
It's like the dog. Her name's Bailey, but we call her Small Dog.
Oh, next door got a small dog. This tiny little dash hound pup.
Yeah, sausage dog. Yeah, next on the other side. Yeah, I saw it the other day.
Yeah.
Sausage dogs are cool.
I spoke to her this afternoon over there, and she had the dog.
What's its name? Do you know?
I can't remember.
Oh.
The dog went through the fence because it's so small.
Oh,
She's like, "What are you doing? You've gone through the fence."
And Damon says, I don't know how I just posted a Family Guy video and got 8.8 million views.
Holy shit! Yeah, well, I mean, it's family.
Family
It's
Guy.
Family Guy. So when you do stuff like that, you're obviously gonna get, you're gonna get a lot of views. I mean, family. I mean, how many hundreds of millions of people on YouTube are into Family Guy? There's got to be so many, right?
3/4 of them. Family Guy's awesome. And Damon's at his formal dinner at school.
Oh, formal. Oh, damn. Have you got a sexy date?
Emily wants to know, does this dog get along with the cat? Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely.
Dog wants to play with the cat doesn't want to play with the dog. Cat just tolerates the dog. What, Bailey? Have you given her food?
Yeah, she's had a yummy time.
Oh, okay.
Yummy time.
What do you want, Bailey? Stop whimpering. Do you need something? Do you need to go to the toilet? That was a yes. Okay, let's go. Sit.
So we're nearly done. Use my RTX 4070 and Ryzen 7 9800X 3D. I want to own Ryzen 4070.
No.
Dude.
No. We're pushing 40.
Alrighty. Alrighty, our internet's a bit slow tonight. Looks like our graphics card drivers. That's why the screen's just... There we go. Look at that.
Tim.
You want to set up the on-screen overlay from Riva Tuner. Just follow the steps that I'm doing now. Select the values you want to see. Just keep clicking apply. You need to set your toggle keys or it won't work at all. And you might want to go in here and make your text a little bit bigger.
It's a library book as well. It's a library book that's got some county in fucking Portland barcode on it. That's fucking funny.
Alrighty, let's get MSI Center installed. Just install the standard stuff.
David wants to know, is the 4060 dual ASUS RTX any good?
Is the 4060 dual ASUS? So the dual is ASUS's sort of more entry level card. There's nothing wrong with it. It's just like any other budget RTX 4060 card. I wouldn't be looking at the Asus one and thinking the Asus one's better because it's Asus versus like a PNY or something like that. PNY make good cards, man. Like in terms of failure rates and stuff like that, I've had more gigabyte cards returned and repaired under warranty than I have fucking PNY, for example. So I don't get too hung up on the brand. Asus Dual is Asus's budget cards, and it goes up alongside all the other budget cards. So you could probably get a better deal on a PNY 4060, and if you're saving your money, I'd do that.
How is GTA 6? Is it good?
It's not out yet.
So Alex says it says play GTA 6. Is it not out yet? I thought it was.
Really? How the fuck did I miss that? No. Yeah, no, it's not out yet. It's got a release date scheduled for the 26th of May 2026.
Oh, okay.
It's definitely not out yet. I'm like, how the fuck did I miss that? No, it's not out yet. GTA 5 has been out for like 12 years.
Oh, fucking Janaea might be moving to Gladstone.
Gladstone?
Yeah, because she doesn't want to move in with her parents at Gowton. They're fucked. They want 15 grand out of her that she doesn't have. They're like, you owe us $15,000. Well, if you move back here, you got to pay it off. She doesn't owe them 15 grand. They just want 15 grand out of her.
What the fuck?
Yeah. She's got family up in Gladstone, and they said that they'd take her in.
Fuck that. Fuck moving to Gladstone. Well, I'm sorry if anyone's from, Queensland north of Bundaberg. But, like, it's just fucked up there, right?
Yeah, there's like nothing to do up there.
It's fucked. You're so isolated, man. If anything goes wrong, if there's a cyclone or anything like that and the rail line gets fucked, you don't get food at the supermarkets, and trust me, it's just not, it's not fun. I would be telling Janaea to seriously find something else because she'll fucking...
What the hell is this?
It's a DVI cable.
Oh, okay. Oh, I don't want it on my chair. Small dog, what's wrong?
Okay, so while that's finishing off, let's run our benchmarks here. So turn our volume down so we don't get fucking copyright striked from fucking DistroKid, the fucking cunts. What? DistroKid fucking flag my shit and demonetize it if I don't turn off the fucking music for the fucking Heaven, Valley, and Superposition benchmarks. Fucking DistroKid. Sorry, look them up. Alright, so this stuff on the screen here, so we got our GPU, that's our graphics card, temperature. Oh, why is temperature showing twice? Maybe it's showing GPU temperature and hotspot. Usage, clock speed, wattage. MEM1 in green, that's our VRAM usage and clock speed.
Oh, this is
got our
game.
CPU temperature, usage, clock speed, wattage. RAM there is our RAM usage, and this number here below RAM, that's how many frames per second it's currently running at. So this is Heaven on high with no anti-aliasing, 1080p.
Alex is like, what game is this? It looks like something my grandpa would play. Hey, you calling me old? Because if this was a game, I'd be fucking playing it.
This is Heaven benchmark. It's just a graphics benchmark. I've been running it for ages as a benchmark and a graphics card testing app. So we still run it every time, just for comparison's sake. So the frame rate should always be fairly high in Heaven because it's not very demanding for modern hardware to run, but still gives you a consistent way of comparing different PCs. So you can go back on my channel and look at any of the other builds that I've got. Just go to the live streams and check that out, and you can go in and watch the benchmarks that I run just like this, and you can go and compare different system configurations. Makes it a lot easier.
Alex says I'm currently using my gaming laptop, but I'm considering transition to gaming desktop because I heard that it can cook a nice meal. What food should I cook on it? Bacon and eggs.
Still cook it on a laptop if the fucking thing was bigger. Oh, we hit 612 there. That's a pretty good FPS peak. 647. I'll be happy with that. It's a pretty good Heaven peak.
Cat's laying on your spare fucking keyboard on the floor. feeding you, bro.
Alright, so Valley, we do this on Ultra with max anti-aliasing. Valley's a more demanding benchmark, so even if we ran it on the same settings as Heaven, it would still be a lower frame rate. So just be aware of that.
Oh, he says, I want to be a chef, and doing on a gaming desktop is a great start. And make a great YouTube video. How to cook with a PC.
Yeah, always look at the unit price. That's the way to shop.
She's a small dog.
Alright, sorry, I had to go to the toilet then. So Valley's run through there. How's everything else going?
Is this person coming to pick their PC
Yep.
up tomorrow?
Yep.
Good, because we're not going to be here.
Oh, I know. No, I know. We're going away on Monday, so.
Oh shit!
Like, you can still pick it up on Monday during the day, but we'll be gone by the afternoon. So. Part of me's like, should we go to Smoky Moose first?
Ooh.
Should we go do that and then wait for the traffic to the Gold Coast to fuck off?
That sounds pretty good.
That sounds pretty good, doesn't it?
Take my money.
It might be a nice way to start the frickin' yeah thing. Alright, so the final one we run is Superposition here. This is 4K. And once this is done, we'll finish the live stream for tonight, because all I've got to do now is just wait for everything to finish installing, restart it, then do a stress test on it, and then it'll be packed up and ready for collection. So, alrighty, so Superposition at the 4K optimized setting there. Like I said, you can go download Superposition and run it on your own computer and compare it to this one. So it's all pretty straightforward.
Okay.
Can't argue with the logic there. That?
Baklava.
Baklava, what's that again?
It's a Turkish style dessert. It's
Oh
like,
yes,
honey
yeah. I know what this is. Yeah. I'd heard of it before. I'm like, you have to tell me what that is again. I know the name, but I'm just like can't think of what it is.
So good. I don't normally like walnuts or pistachio or anything, but baklava is fucking yum.
Sweet as. Very good result there. I'd be fucking stoked if this was my rig. My rig's nowhere near as powerful as this. I own a 3060. But the thing is, this is the thing, right? I'm not a competitive FPS player, so I don't need the most amazing graphics card and the most fucking full on monitor and stuff like that to have fun. I don't need anything more than that. So, you know, I know that's not very exciting and stuff, but you know, I'm nearly 40. My reflexes aren't what they used to be, so you know, if I try and play anything competitive like an FPS game, oh man, I get fucking pwned. Like, there's just no other way to put it. The thing that a lot of people don't realize, that in general, you know, something like playing FPS games, it's playing an FPS game like, say, Call of Duty, for example. Playing a game like Call of Duty, it's like, okay, so if you were going to do that in real life, you were going to join the military and be a top warrior in today's in this day and age, with a gun and whatever, you want to play that sort of game. The best warriors in the military between the ages of 20 and 28. Okay, and if you're playing FPS games, you are at your physical and mental peak between the exact same ages playing the game, or actually out on the battlefield in real life doing that. Like, granted, if you're an actual soldier, you've got the mental aspect of playing the game plus the physical aspect of it. So I'm not trying to say that anyone who's a gamer is on the same level as an actual soldier, but what I'm saying is that the mental part requires a sharp and young and fresh mind. The older you are, the slower you get with that. You could be old and really strong and really experienced, but your mind starts to slow and you're just not as quick on the reflexes anymore. And that's what happens. That's why you see the same thing in sports and all stuff like that. Once people hit a certain age, their performance starts to drop. And the exact same happens in PC gaming. So it is, you know, when it comes to FPS games, it is a young man's domain. If you didn't grow up playing that, you're probably never gonna be on that top level. Like, let's put it seriously. But yeah, I mean, if that's not you, there's a whole heap of other games. You know, you could try real-time strategy games and stuff, like, you know, things like Command & Conquer, you know, City Skylines, you know, games like Farming Simulator. There's a whole heap of games for people whose reflexes aren't light speed like what you need for FPS games. So I mean, there's literally tens of thousands of different games you can play on computers, probably hundreds of thousands realistically if you go back far enough. So there's plenty of games to play, and you know, for a lot of them you don't necessarily need to buy the most amazing rig to get you know, the performance that you need. You know, for example, if you just want to download emulators and play old ROMs from the 80s and 90s, well, you don't even need a graphics card for that in this day and age. You can just buy a CPU with onboard graphics. Happy fucking days, go for gold. They'll all run perfectly fine. You know, I'm a big fan of, you know, I'm a big fan of retro gaming, especially Nintendo from the 90s, 80s and 90s. So the NES, SNES, and N64 in particular. That's my childhood. So, you know, I was very into all that, and I still am. And if I want to play something like that, you know, I don't even need a graphics card to run that. So, you know, depending what you're into, you might not need to spend a lot of money to get into PC gaming. Anyway, well, that's all pretty much done now. So all I need to do now is realistically just run the stress test. Okay, so let's just have a quick look. I'll let it run for... Really? Okay. Where's my cursor? That's really weird. There we go. I'll set this up for a longer run. I just want to make sure that our thermal paste and CPU cooler is mounted correctly. Yep, that's perfect. Brilliant. 83C under Cinebench load, that's pretty good. It'll max out at about 88. Our graphics card wasn't hitting any high temperatures there anyway. Yeah, look at that, that's not going to be a problem. We're not running any graphics card load at the moment anyway. Yeah, hovering there at 83, that's really good. Like I said, might get up to 88 under an extended run with the graphics card going hard out as well. But an AMD CPU is up to 95 degrees is the red line for it, so if it's running like this under extreme load, it's really not too bad. A lot of people get freaked out about temperatures. They put it into human terms and they're like, oh wow, that's really, really hot and stuff like that. But, you know, if you download Hardware Monitor, if anything's getting too hot, the value shows up in red. So these numbers will turn red if there's a problem. And so that's what's handy about this app. It can just, you know, you can find every bit of statistics on all of your hardware. Everything that you could possibly want to know is typically in this. Not everything. I mean, there's definitely things that it doesn't show you. But all the major stuff is right here. So okay, all right, let's get this programmed for our actual stress test. It's a 90-minute run. There we go. Okay, alrighty, well I think that's where we'll leave it for tonight. Everything's all set up and ready to go. Just wait for these Windows updates to download fully and we'll restart it. We'll do the stress test, but you know, based on a preliminary run there, I don't foresee any problems with it. So this will be ready for collection tomorrow. Happy days. Alrighty, so look, thanks everyone for watching. Be sure to like and subscribe to the channel and I'll catch you all in the next video.